Hello everyone, this is Juliane talking to you today for the last time about this topic of the past 2 days that we had. It's the last part from 3 about anger, pain and suffering, how to live with these parts within us. And I just want you to feel relaxed. Take your cup of tea, your cup of warm water, and a warm, cozy place, and then relax. Take a few deep breaths and just enjoy this journey into this topic. And it's a really funny talk from Eckhart, because there is this wonderful laughing person in the background. You will really have fun with this. It really lightens up this topic, this very rather heavy topic, but that makes it really, it's perfect. And if it triggers you, you can look, you can already find out that you have an issue there with just being the way an impulse comes. Where do you allow yourself to let the impulses that you get out without any doubt? So enjoy it, and let's see what I can add in the end. There will be quite some things I will add. Okay, so talk to you later, and don't forget, in the end you will get a wonderful surprising gift from me to you as a subscriber of this channel. Now Eckhart will talk to you.
And so the work then is, you can now see, to welcome the moment, no matter what form it takes, particularly if it looks not good on the surface. That's where the your work, if you can call it work, I don't like that word, but particularly when this work becomes powerful, when applied to all those many events in your life that look not right, wrong, shouldn't have happened, it's not what I want. There you apply, becoming friendly with what is. Then the limitation of what is becomes your portal into freedom from the form, your dependency on the forms, your inner dependency for your sense of who you are, your sense of well-being, of peace, on forms. That goes. And so then you can say what Jesus said, I have overcome the world, he said. People didn't understand what he was talking about. Maybe one or two understood. How can he say, I've overcome the world? He has no power at all. Where's his army? He's powerless. He was talking about the inner realm, dependency on things for his inner state. Because all the teachings of humanity, the deep teachings, they do not come from a person. They are nobody's possession or achievement. They come when someone, a person, a human form, becomes transparent in their personal selfhood. The objects become loose and let through space consciousness. There are still some objects in the mind, yes, this and that, but not self-identification with the objects, so they don't form this crust of self that blocks that which is underneath. So it comes through. You become transparent to that spaciousness, and then something comes through you into this world. It may be through words, it may be through action, it may be through a simple invisible emanation of your being that does something even to this world of things. It changes things here too. It makes it more harmonious, a more benign place to be, a less harsh place. Yes, where polarities still exist, but in a more benign way. In other words, you become an instrument for healing in a very wide sense of the word, for peace. Peace comes through you into this world. And it is the peace that you cannot understand, that Jesus didn't understand either, because he said, the peace that passeth all understanding. So in other words, he didn't understand it either. His mind didn't understand the way it comes from the depth of it. You become a field of peace in this world. It's almost as if something from another dimension came through you into this world of form and affects the world of form. So this is your destiny also, to become that transparency as the crust of identification with mental objects breaks up, dissolves, something shines through. And so in many of you, you already bring, as you go out into the world, you bring peace into situations simply by being there, by not stepping out of the old reactive consciousness. We'll be talking again what that means in relationships in more detail. So when you allow the form that this moment takes to be, your own form, the psychological form of me, becomes somewhat transparent. When you resist the form that this moment takes, your own psychological form, the form of me, becomes more solidified, rigid, impenetrable. And you can actually feel that in yourself. When you go into a situation and you have contraction and resistance, you argue, you need to be right. And you can see in that need to argue, to be right, to win, fight, your own, the psychological sense of self contracts and becomes more hardened. The me, you get a stronger sense of self, of strongest sense of who you are. But it's the illusion of who you are. When you can triumph over somebody and show them that you are right and not they, or that you have more than they, or you know more than they, or can do more than they, or you are more miserable than anybody else, it works either way. As long as it's more, you are ill, I've been ill for years. Mind, I have more than you. I may not have more money than you, but I'm more ill than you. And this is the madness of the human condition. When you resist what is, the form hardens the self. And when you allow what is, it softens. And as it softens, it becomes transparent, and something shines through that is spacious. You become spacious. And I am sure it also does something even to your physical form. Although scientists don't know, haven't discovered what that is. Maybe they haven't examined a surrendered human being yet. Maybe they haven't heard about it yet. And as humanity begins to live in this way, or a larger part of humanity, of course, it is likely that the physical organism will also undergo changes. Perhaps there'll be even more space than there's already. Already you consist of 99% empty space. Scientists know that. The atoms, the space between the atoms that make up your body is so vast that you are more than 99% empty space. In Zen Buddhism, they have satori. Satori is a sudden flash, a sudden realization. Not always lasting, but it's there, sometimes accompanied by shouting or laughter. And then you have the Chinese fat Buddha who never stops laughing, continuous satori. So use whatever the moment presents, both the beauty that is out here and anything else that may happen. They are all openings. The beauty too is an opening. The beauty that you see, the beauty that you listen to. Remember what we started with today? Enter Zen from there, from this moment, whatever it is. Pay attention, be alert, watch. If you resist this moment, you cannot be attentive to what is. Remember to work with the sounds. Bring awareness to the sounds around you. And sense the awareness itself. as yourself.
Okay, there we go. Thank you very much, Eckhart, for this really wonderful talk, and with this special effects of this lover, it made it really, it gave it a very nice taste. Yeah, guys and ladies, and just listeners, audience to this talk, to this channel. I would really like to give you a very connected impression here from my side, as this topic fits perfect to my situation. I did explain the past times too, like yesterday and the day before, but today it's really like the top of the emotions from the past days that really now today came up very focused. Let's call it focused, very concentrated, high concentrated, in really feeling so exhausted, powerless, misunderstanding myself. I don't mean from outside. I really went deep into this just for like 1 to 2 hours. I was here after a beautiful day. I had a wonderful day today, but I had a very rough and intense few weeks. And actually the past year, the whole year 2021 was a very rough year. That, in a certain way. And I'm sure you all had a similar tough year last year. I'm so sure, because I know that when it's so wonderful with this connection of energy, that always people listen to a talk that can connect to what is in that talk. It's that coincident happenings that are meant to be, and that's how the world works. Everything that is in place has to be in that place at that moment. It's not other different. It's not other possible. So to come back, I want to really let yourself connect to that feeling and allow it as well. Today I decided to go deep into it. Do you know how this sometimes, when you try to push this feeling away, and you're like moving it day by day, away, because you don't want to feel it, and you have other things to do, and you have to go on, and you have to function, and you have to do this and that. But there will be a time when you allow to feel what you've pushed away for quite some time, maybe even years. Maybe months, maybe weeks, maybe it doesn't matter. But you can allow it to be there right now if you like to. I want to encourage you to go into this feeling, to allow yourself today, right now, right in this moment, to go into it, to really feel that anger, that suffering, that out of control feeling. That caused you to be in a certain situation. That you maybe have somehow lost the connection to. And maybe you feel you did not want that. You wanted something else, but not that. Why is it happening? Yes, these questions coming up in your mind, these are the questions that bring you into this feeling. Yes, these are the questions. And it's okay. These type of questions bring you into this type of feeling. Be aware, they don't bring you out of it. They don't bring you into into a different state of feeling. And it's okay. You can do that. If you want to help yourself to connect to that deep suffering and sad or angry feeling about yourself. Yes, it's yourself. Realize that it is only yourself. It's nothing out there. It's no one out there. It's no situation, no circumstance, no nothing. It's you. Realize this. Allow yourself to realize this. And to really feel it. And yes, it doesn't feel nice and it doesn't feel good, but it's okay to be there. It has to be there. To see your power, to reconnect to your power. It's the normal way of life, that it goes up and down and up and down. Without the downs, you have no up. Without the up, you have no down. And what comes from that up and down? There comes energy into the field. If everything would be stable in one line only, there would be no energy. There would be no movement, no force, no power to be generated. The power comes from the way from the low point to the upper point. The speed and acceleration and power is supplied on this path from up to down, and from down to up. From up to down, you release power. You give it away. And then you feel powerless because you gave it away. It's out. It's breathing in and breathing out. It's the same situation. Breathing in opens up, wides you up to the top. Breathing out lets you think, sink down, sink inside. And it's both needed. It's both important. Without the breathing in and out, there's no life. There's no life. Yeah, it's paradox, and it makes me happy, and I could cry already again. realizing that it makes me emotional. Very emotional, because I am also a part of I'm pushing these emotions away, the crying and the being sad, and I've learned so many tools to transform this sadness and this that I almost forget to allow it to be as well, to not just turn it around, turn it away. No, it wants to be felt, it wants to be there. And that's often the misunderstanding when you're learning methods and coaching and do coaching. Most of the coachings out there, they want to turn each bad emotion into a good one. Yeah. And that's where I found something is wrong here. Something is really wrong. It doesn't work for me. Because the more I tried doing that, to cover it all with affirmations in the morning, in the evening, the more an inner resistance became stronger and built it up. It was like building up a power and energy in there that then all of a sudden exploded in a certain way, either by crying and really like letting out this sadness from one moment to the other, or by an anger that would occur. All of a sudden I was like from 0 to 180 in a second. And I didn't know what was going on with me. And that is when you're trying to suppress or turn emotions around to only the good ones, to only the ones that make you feel good and that are joyful. Yeah. And if you are also that part of person, and that's, you must be if you are here on this channel, that experienced maybe also a lot of anger and pain in your childhood. And then of course it's all part of you. You are programmed with this information, with a lot of anger, aggression, pain, or pressure, and by just trying to turn it all around, it will not heal. It just won't. You can only heal through feel. Through feeling. I just wanted to make it rhyme. It's a nice rhyme to remember. Feel, heal, and then love. That's how it can only work. Yeah, and this is how I want to let you release into your day. And if I just want to let you know, if any emotion comes, take a few minutes, go somewhere and allow it to be there. Don't push it away. Try to find a place where you can allow it to be there. And then breathe, take your breath to accelerate it, to intensen it, and to show, to allow it to show yeah, sometimes I have to force myself, and then I extra go into, I extra collect or activate my brain and tell it to create thoughts more and more and more and more. Come on. I really push my brain to create me these thoughts that push my tears out of my eyes. Yeah. And the more you do it, you will see it is not bad, or no, it is a wonderful process, a wonderful function of our body. It gives so much release. It releases all the stress and stressful days and times you may have had, when maybe things went wrong and you really didn't know why and what, and it really annoys you. Allow to cry out, because after that you are like reborn, and reborn is a funny way. Okay, let's say not reborn, but it's like you're cleaned out. Your system got cleaned out. And when it's clean, then it can function a lot better. Yeah. It can then function a lot better. That's what happens. But you have to allow it. Yeah. And that's what I did today. And look, I can give you this wonderful talk, even though, and not even though, but it's because I allowed myself to say, okay, now it's crying time, cleaning time, and after that I will do my job of the day. And trust me, during that, doing the crying, I had all these thoughts of, no, I'm not gonna do this video, I'm too bad, in a too bad mood. I really pushed myself with all kinds of sentences that pushed me further down to get into the emotion. And I tell you this here because I want you to understand that any thought that you might have that sounds like, I can't do it, I'm not able to do it, I'm just too bad, I do so many mistakes, I do everything wrong, and all these sentences that you're producing, they are okay to bring you into the feeling. And that's all that they are there for, okay? That's all that these sentences are there for. Not more, not less. So think these type of thoughts to come into a feeling, to activate feelings in you. And then go through these feelings. And then breathe, feel the release. And then go on. And let these thoughts that produced you the feeling there where they were in the past. Let them sit there where they were, for their reason to be there to bring you into the feeling, and not more. After you have felt, stop going back into these feelings. Don't do it. If they arise again, then you just know, okay, I have not felt enough yet. Then, okay, do it again. do it again, to feel, to feel, to feel, to feel. And when you find the point where you are feeling like, okay, I'm done, the work is done, and you will feel it. You will feel it because these thoughts will not show up anymore. You will then be light, relaxed, and able to come into the other direction, to the upper, to go up the hill, back up the hill. Yeah. And do these repetitions the much you need it, the much you want, the much you need it. It's not wanting, it's okay. It's just needing. Your system will tell you if it's through or not. But really make it intense. Let it be there intense, accelerated by yourself. Because then it's a quite fast process. Yeah, then it doesn't take like days, weeks. No. Sit yourself down for an hour or two. Maybe if you have not, it depends. I don't know. Maybe you sometimes just need half an hour or 10 minutes. The more often you do it, the shorter times you need. If you don't do it for quite some weeks or months in a difficult lifetime or phase, then you can set your clock to 1 to 2 hours, and then you do it and you go into it. But then it's done, it's through, If you are doing this conscious, aware, with that purpose, with that knowing, yes, now I do this, I allow to do it, and I do it planned, like now is the time to do it, then you will be through after. And there is not more needed anymore for quite some time then again. Yeah. And there will be a day, I'm sure, where it's not even needed anymore. Or only little, and like a few minutes, but it's completely depending on your phase in life and on your way of suppressing emotions. So and if you need help, and that is my gift to you, if you need help to maybe release some of these emotions that may have been stuck in you for quite some time, I can allow you, I can help you, I can open that room for you to go into these feelings and to clean. Yes, that's what I do in my coaching sessions. So it's different sessions, of course. Usually I have a whole program I'm offering, and there are different things and different needs. Sometimes it's a deeper talk, deeper questioning. Sometimes it's, most of the times I start my program with going deeper into feelings, and it's what you have to train yourself. So this would be my free gift for you, to have one session where we will see, it depends how you are then, what type of session I will then make with you. But it could be a very deep dive into a feeling. So look me up. My email, that is in the channel description. Write me some times, some days. It's only the times are fixed after 9:30 p.m. in European time zone, but the day is kind of flexible. Huh? So you just give me some day proposals and the time is the same then. Yeah, and now I want you to have a wonderful day, minute, second, continue that. And don't forget who you are. That is the most important thing you have to think of. That you are the lottery win in your life and the life of all the other people around you. Okay? Don't you ever forget that. Looking forward to seeing and meeting you.